down to Manchester. It's, I want to say sunny, but I won't lie. It's not sunny.
No. There was the great heat wave of, the UK. It lasted one day. Yeah. It was a single-use heat wave, as we're calling it.
Yeah. And as you can see from our attire, the heat wave is gone.
And you know what? My mom was like, it's going to be hot there. And I was like, no, Mom, it's not. I know England. I've been here 2 summers in a row before this. Mm-hmm. I know that there might be a little bit of heat, but I'm going to need a hoodie. I'm going to need tights. I'm going to need jackets, Yep. But that's what I love about it, because I'm used to
oh gosh, yeah, I'm in California.
Sunshine. So it's nice to be in a different climate.
Yeah, definitely.
The rain here is not offensive. We're in LA, it smells like the stuff that came off the ground, and it's just it doesn't fit in the climate or the landscape even. Mm-hmm. But here, I love running around without anything. I'm just feels normal to me,
It's lovely. You adjust, and it's one of my favorite things about over here is the weather. Yeah. As crazy as that sounds, I like the rain.
Yeah, and everything's so green.
Oh, it is.
Which is so cool.
It is.
Yeah.
And you mentioned you've been here a few times, and Turbulent Hearts have played some of the biggest festivals. You've played Rebellion. You're playing it again. Yeah. You've played punk rock bowling. Mm-hmm. You've really hit some of the big events, but then you also play these smaller shows.
Yeah.
And what's the real difference for you between the two, between playing one of the big festivals where everybody's around and a small intimate gig?
I have way more fun at these shows. That stuff like punk rock bowling and Rebellion and all the big festivals, they're really a huge honor to be a part of, but it's also the most stressful shit ever. And there's a lot of pressure to be at a certain level, whereas I feel like when I'm in a pub with a lot of people and we're all just we're right here, we're looking at each other, and we can't escape each other. They always put that space at festivals, and it's hi, and it's not really what punk rock's about. Yeah. Punk rock is about intimacy and getting in your faces and sweat and emotions and beer flying, and that's why I love to play punk rock, is because it's that. Those festivals are great for meeting other bands, bands from around the world that you haven't met yet, and really connecting. I think it's really a great tool to network with your peers. Definitely. And please the powers that be, because it's always nice to have the confirmation that your band is even on that radar. Yes. It's okay, we're going in the right direction, but that's not the end goal is to play Glastonbury or something. Yeah. I would be so happy just being able to pack out pubs forever, because that's really where my soul gets fed, instead of stressing about we have to be perfect on this one day at 2:30 in the afternoon. That's not cool.
No, just get in here and just get out and have fun, and everybody else is having fun with you.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, I live for that shit.
Yeah, I understand that completely. Yeah. But you don't have your full band with you. Mm-hmm. You've got some locals helping out this year.
Yeah, that's kind of the secret of the Turbulent Hearts, is I have bands everywhere, and I play with just a ton of different people, kind of who's available. The guys that I'm playing with back in LA, they're new to the band as of February.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and they are actually in other projects as well. Mm-hmm. So what we do is we kind of just come together and play when we all want to play, and there's a good event, and it kind of helps everybody's band out, because all we want to do, it's me and Charlie and Justin back in LA. They've got other projects, and this is what we want to do for the rest of our lives. Right. So every bit that we can help each other, it's cool. And then I've got Tommy over here, who's been my friend for, back when I was in Civet, Tommy knew Civet, which was my old band, and I didn't even know that there was any leftover effect that Civet had. I didn't know at all. Because
really?
in LA, nobody cares. It's the same people. I see the same fucking people all the time.
Yeah, that's true, because Civet is such a cult band.
But I don't know that, I'm just stressing out on Turbulent Hearts. And Tommy's no. It's important what you're doing. And I'm are you sure? Because I just need to do it. But having that support and encouragement, just makes me feel okay, maybe we really are doing something, and I just want to play with other people that are having fun, and just want to rock. And even if it's for one show, tonight we have Morgan. Mm-hmm. Morgan's only playing the one show with us tonight.
Oh, wow.
Tomorrow we have another drummer who I've never played with before, and we're going to rehearse before the show. But he's a great fucking drummer, and Morgan's sick. And, it's almost more fun that way, so it's not I don't know, it's not super strict. The goal is to have fun. I don't know if you know this like Japanese term wabi-sabi,
Yes.
where it's like the imperfect and the perfect. Like it's kind of like what I do. Like that's like how I try to like. I don't want to be so stressed out that I'm not having a good time. And if something gets fucked up, we better be smiling through it. And at least it's the moment, you know. And I don't want any show to ever be the same, because once you start dialing it in, you know,
It becomes routine, and it's just okay, cookie cutter. Every gig, it could be here, it could be there, it could be the one I saw last week. It all sounds and looks the same, and by having different people, you make that not happen.
It's just
basically
exciting, you know. And there's like definitely a time and a place to be that band that's so perfect, like a Green Day, for example. If you're playing stadiums, you better be fucking like tight with your band and have everything kind of dialed in, you know.
Yeah.
But this is not that. No. This is all just for shits and giggles, you know. And I get just as much from the crowd, and I don't know if people know that, but like it's my life source, you know. And so I turn around, I see Tommy smiling, I see Morgan smiling, or I'm at another show and it's Charlie over there stoked, Justin over there stoked, you know. And like that gives me an opportunity to make friends all over the world, and it's also easier for traveling. Like being in a band is a business, but I'm a terrible businesswoman, and I can't wrap my head around money or how to like. So I can fly, and whoever wants to join me and play, let's do it, you know. But there's so much big stuff that like kind of I can't really think about because it makes me sad. Like
Understandable.
This is too much work. I just want to play. Yeah. You know.
You just want to be an artist and get out there and be creative.
Totally. So I might not do things like the normal way, but it seems to be working. You know.
Definitely working. Definitely.
Show an answer, your eyes.
just put out an album, or
So we actually don't have an album. We have this collection of 3 EPs.
yes.
That have been recorded over the last 5 years and self-released in LA. We just, printed up our own slips, stamped them ourselves, burned them on the CD, computer thing, and not good at that shit either. And that was really my old bass player, Mark Johnson, who like helped so much with the creative process of that stuff. Like I could tell him an idea and then he would help me like turn that
into something.
Yeah, which is cool because everybody's got their own talents, which is nice to have a lot of talented, creative people around because we're always pushing each other and finding out new shit. But yeah, those 3 EPs, like, they were re-released through Headcheck Records as a deluxe 3P, as I'm calling it.
Okay.
It's a 3P, 3P. And I'm really proud of it because I think it does make sense as a whole, the 15 songs all together, but I never intended it to be that way. And I've been writing the Turbulent Hearts full length for like 3 years. Like I have a huge basket of songs, and I think people are going to be really surprised because like what I do is punk rock, but my influences and overall the type of music I want to make, it's punk rock in spirit, but like my favorite artists are like Smokey Robinson and Tom Petty. I like classic rock and roll, like poppy, catchy, relatable shit, and then I guess the way I perform it is punk rock and what I am is punk rock. But like I have a vision for myself to make a really important album, and I'm only here to please myself as far as that goes, So if people like it, they like it. If not, but I think they will because I've been really working on these songs for a long time, and I just want to I don't want to put out an album until it's the one that like to me feels at least timeless for my life, and important to me. Like there's no time limit, so to speak, on when you can put out an album, and I feel like a lot of bands feel a lot of pressure to like put out a single every couple months, put out an EP every couple months, go. And it's like, well, when does the artist get to like suck in the experience, and I don't fucking put any pressure on myself for that shit anymore, because it's not about delivering a product to anybody, it's about making an art piece, and I gotta be proud of that for myself.
A true artist does it for themselves and hopes other people will like it too.
Just want it to be relatable, Yeah, and classic in some sense of the word. So I don't know. It'll come out eventually. Yeah.
I'm not even going to ask when, because it could be next year, it could be 5 years.
Yeah, hopefully next year, because finally after Punk Rock Bowling, like I've been building with Turbulent Hearts for a while now and getting some people's attention, and it's the right people, but I don't like to ask for shit. I like to be asked for shit, So I'm just doing my little thing, and like finally we have like a handful of people that are interested in us. And I never wanted to be like, hey, you listen to my band. I'm just going to go out and play, and if you figure it out on your own, good for you. Right. But I'm not like knocking at people's doors and asking for a record deal, because it's nobody has to hand me out anything, regardless. I'm going to make the record and release it. So if somebody wants to work with us, I want it to be the right people, right time, and nothing forced. So we're getting there.
I'm looking forward to this. It sounds epic. It sounds truly epic. So
if it ever comes out.
It will.
It has to, right? Yeah. I've just been living with this shit in my heart. And
you need to make it come alive and to really get out there and to live itself.
Totally. Like, the stuff I was writing about 3 years ago in Turbulent Hearts, like, that kind of makes me giggle. I'm like, notice me? Like, I don't give a fuck if you notice me anymore. Also, that guy's stupid. So, but you have to grow. You have to go through these things.
Absolutely.
To be a better artist. And I think it's really important, like the first batch of Turbulent Heart stuff, a lot of it was, and it's always centered around love, but like I can hear where like my self-confidence was a lot lower. Right. And I was looking for validation in other people. And just like a lot more meek and scared type of girl. And I'm in a totally different place now,
I can't see that girl at all.
She was there. She was crying at Silver Lake bars by herself until like 3 a.m. It's okay, but I loved every moment of it.
It's a learning.
It's
a learning journey.
Yeah. And this next one, at least, like, I don't like to get super political for the sake of being political, but if anything pisses me off, any kind of injustice or, inhumane treatment of, like, good people, and just, there's a lot of shit going on in the world, and I didn't previously feel like I had a place to say anything, but now I'm really pissed off, and I have a lot to say, and all of a sudden it feels like I'm not afraid to say it, so.
That is a good thing, because if you see injustice, speak out about it. So to express yourself that way.
And if you have a voice and you have a microphone in your face, like, you have a duty to say something powerful and that's positive, and try to affect the community around you, so we can all rise up together. And that's what punk rock is. I don't think punk rock really gets enough credit for being as intellectual of a group as it is, and we're actually fucking the most forward-thinking motherfuckers. It's just because we're so far past that norm that people are like, but the fact that we all express ourselves in our own unique way says a lot, and the conversations that punk rockers have, and like the type of music and the things that we talk about, it's really important. And I have so much respect for the music that we make and the scene that I'm a part of. So I just feel like I'm not gonna put out anything shitty, and I have to say something that matters, and I take it like very seriously.
I can see your passion is just bubbling through, which I love. And I cannot wait to see you on stage tonight. It's my first time seeing you, so I'm really excited.
Well, it's my first time seeing you too.
Hey, there we go, first timers.
Yeah, I love it.
So thank you. Thank you for speaking with me.
Yeah, thank you for coming out and supporting.
You're very welcome. Okay. So I will let you get ready, because you're on
soon.
Pretty soon.
Oh shit, what time is it?
You have 35 minutes.
Okay, and I already blew out my voice at rehearsals. So.
Go rest the voice.
Yeah.
Have some more of the beer.
Smoke a cigarette.
Go do that. Go do it.
No rest for the fucking wicked, right?
That's it.
Yeah. I'll just gargle salt water after the show.
Exactly. Until the next night.
Shots.
There, perfect. Perfect.
Yay.
Yay.
It was nice talking to you.
Very nice to talk to
Thanks,
you.
Shelley.
Thank you.
And MPRV News.
Oops.
I break everything I touch, so I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's been in my bag.
That was actually adorable. So
It was.
Surrender.